Be honest, have you been watching some of these fake guru ads on YouTube hoping you can get rich quick by buying their course? Come on, don't lie. You know you want to sign up to learn how to become a millionaire with just an email or learn how to buy a $300,000 house for the same price as a box of pizza. YouTube and social media have a fake guru problem and only a couple people are talking about it. Why do these fake gurus exist and why can't we stop them? Unfortunately, the answer is a little more complicated than I had hoped. Last week, I released a video about how I think the fake gurus are going to be stopped. A couple hours after you watched that video, I had a conversation with my lawyer about the current lawsuit I'm facing. It kind of changed my perception on this fake guru world, and you'll get to learn about it right now. While on the phone with my lawyer, we were discussing my case and the strategies we'll use to prove I'm not guilty of all the claims. I'm obviously going to keep this very brief and summarize the call, but I essentially asked him when he'd like to hear the mountains of proof I accumulated over the last 2 weeks proving that the lawsuit has as many flaws as the client of a super greedy plastic surgeon. Hey lawyer, I have screenshots, emails, documents, you tell me what you need. Then I learned that lawsuits are more of a cat and mouse game as opposed to, here's the evidence I'm not guilty, can you leave me alone now, plaintiff? Now that I understand law 100 times better than I did previously, I'm going to share with you why fake gurus on social media are able to basically get away with whatever they want right now. Let's start with the advertising you see on YouTube. I hope you watch the entire ad when they play on my channel so I get a nice check from AdSense. Our first ad is a gentleman teaching us how to buy real estate property at a discount.
So what I want to do is teach you how to buy property for 40 to 90% below market value so that you can get started today and maybe even buy that submarine or whatever the heck you want.
40 to 90% off the real market value is a pretty bold claim. Can it be done? Sure. I'm confident someone has done it once or twice. Are these deals prevalent in your city where they're just waiting for you to find them? I don't think so.
This property here, pictured on Realtor.com, is worth $116,000. I bought it for only $8,800. I did nothing to this property, sold it as is for $60,000 cash, profiting $52,800.
I put his claim to the test. I found the property located in Rosebud, Arkansas. I found the property records and we can see that an LLC bought the home in 2017 from the state's ownership and sold it a couple of months later for $60,000. I researched the LLC and verified he was a managing member. Everything looks good, right? So what's the problem? If you look closely, you can see that it was a limited warranty deed sale. Using the Hardin Law Firm's website, in most cases, buyers of tax delinquent land will be required to obtain a decree of confirmation and quiet title before title insurance can be issued for the property. Buyers of tax delinquent land should be prepared to incur additional legal expenses in order to gain clear title to the property. Now that I have a pretty good idea of what lawyers cost, whenever I hear be prepared to incur additional legal expenses, what this blog is really saying is sell your car in order to pay for our billable hours. I'm only partially kidding lawyers watching this video. Establishing a clear title to properties purchased through tax sales is accomplished by filing a complaint to confirm and quiet title. This is a complex legal process consisting of an action filed with the county circuit court where the property is located. Arkansas state law has very specific requirements for these types of actions. Please consult an Arkansas real estate attorney who has experience in this area to assist you with confirming your title. This turned out to be the perfect ad for this video for two reasons. One, it appears on the surface that the guy is legit and will share with you the secrets to getting properties heavily discounted. But I can't be entirely sure that he bought this house for only $8,800, and I don't know how consistently he's buying deals that good, because he's selling you on the ability to do it over and over again. Two, I don't label this guy a fake guru at all, but like most gurus selling you a product, he doesn't exactly tell you the full picture. I included mention of the potential legal process with those kinds of properties because not every property with a tax lien is delivered to your doorstep with a $50,000 check and no worries at all.
I want to show you how to do the same. Whether you have no experience or if you don't even want to leave your house, I can show you how to go ahead and do this. So what I've done is I've created a free on-demand training called How to Buy Property for 40 to 90% Below Market Value so that you can start today.
I'm sure the information he provides is solid, and I have a feeling he's actually doing deals, so I wouldn't label him a fake guru. But the sales pitch is a little fake guru-ish. Buy real estate for $8,000 and you don't need a cell phone, any skills, or a t-shirt. It's so easy. I know some of you may not like to hear this, but what exactly is wrong or bad about this ad? I personally don't care for this sales approach where some very important details are left out. The risk isn't really mentioned, and he never talks about the reality of it actually costing money money to run marketing campaigns and buying the property's cash. He did say no money, but that's not entirely and unequivocally false. If you borrow money from someone else, then you technically don't need any money. What about the ad can you point to where we need to shut it down? He claims you'll learn how to do it. That's probably true. And the information is probably pretty good. Can everyone do it? Of course not. Is it as easy as he claims? Of course not. And can you actually consistently buy a property for 50% off without a huge marketing budget and sales team? Of course not. Let's quickly look at another ad and see if you can spot anything unethical.
Every time you drive by an empty or abandoned mall, start visualizing King Kong-sized dollar signs. As out of the ashes of all these mall closures, a truly unprecedented opportunity is rising up, offering you the chance to start a simple passive income business that allows you to be free.
Analyze the wording used. King Kong-sized dollar signs implies becoming rich. Truly unprecedented opportunity implies that we're learning about something new no one else knows about. Simple passive income business implies something that's easy and hands-off, and allows you to be free combined with passive income implies that you don't need to do any work. I personally am not a fan of this type of advertising because I know what the back-end product is and how few people are a good fit for the training. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. What's actually wrong with these two ads? Legally, you can't sue them for running these ads. They have a product that is probably really good information for learning how to buy real estate properties or starting a digital marketing agency. They promote a course or training and deliver the course or training. Therefore, they're not scams by the literal and legal definition.
I can show you how to build an entire business. You don't have to do product creation. You can literally just make tons from other people's products. As an affiliate, you don't have to have staff. You don't have to implement a lot of time. You don't have to do tons of crazy marketing. It's all in this book. Now, here's how you get the book.
What fake gurus do really well is dance the line between deceptive marketing and advertising that doesn't break any rules. They exist in a gray area where there's nothing you can point to that's illegal or worth the FTC looking into, but they also benefit from making ads with heavy implications. If you break down the subconscious messaging of all of these ads, they basically want you to believe that you will leave a miserable life into a perfect one, that you need to do the minimal amount of work, and you don't need any skills for this new endeavor that will make you more money than you currently make. And they have the secret for a small, heavily discounted payment today. The theme of this video is why fake gurus can promote their products the way they do and get away with it. There's not really any laws being broken, and the sales pitch can be proven true, if only just once. I'm going to show you how to buy real estate for 90% off. If the guy has done it once and is only providing information on how he did it in the product being sold, then there's nothing wrong being done. Now, let's discuss webinars.
If you offered me $1,000, for example, and I offered you $10,000 in value back, would you trade me?
A couple months ago, I reviewed a webinar where a young kid was going to teach us how to think like billionaires and then sell us an opportunity to start making $20K a month with ease. The fake guru webinars are definitely a darker gray area than the ads because I'm fairly confident no one is reviewing the webinars. As long as the ad doesn't contain anything inappropriate and the link to the webinar isn't linking to adult content, I have a feeling the ads get approved by YouTube. Fake gurus can tell you that they're going to teach you how to get rich with no work or prior experience. Their product is worth $100,000 of value, and today you'll only pay $97. The problem is, who is going to stop these guys from promoting their products that make it seem like everyone succeeds, but very few people do? And a majority of the customers would have been better off not buying. What exactly can we point to that would involve legal action?
And honestly, I feel a little stupid for giving a deal so freaking good. I'm gonna regret this later.
The FTC is really the only enforcement agency in the advertising and promotion space. When you realize how many scams exist that lead to victims losing money, you'll realize that these scammy fake guru products are such a small dent in the entire landscape of the world. To us, seeing these guys make $800,000 a year or $2 million a year hard selling a get-rich-easy scheme seems like a big deal, but they're nothing to the FTC. I released a video last week of a couple in Texas promoting a legal pyramid scheme to their followers that had an estimated $40 million in losses in 2020 alone. That gets the FTC's attention because it's easy to prove and there's thousands of victims. And a pyramid scheme is illegal, black and white with no gray area. Next, we're going to look at buying credibility. This guy Dylan Kivo promotes a service where he'll get you featured on top news publications. Hopefully by now, you've been taught that all of these as featured on sections on a website are all paid for. Forbes, Entrepreneur, Yahoo, just to name a few, are all publications that pimp out their brand name for a few dollars so that fake gurus can have an article about them on their domain. Whenever you see someone claiming credibility because they were featured on these 30 different news articles, know that they paid for their reputational boost. To me, that's fake guru behavior because you're buying credibility and reputation instead of earning it. But what law is being broken, or what action can be taken against this? There's nothing, which is why it exists. Forbes and Entrepreneur don't care about their reputation, so they'll make a few bucks from fake gurus paying to have articles written about them. The best thing I can do to these fake guru practices is just bring awareness so that you can make better informed decisions on which gurus to follow and which products to buy. Fake gurus also build credibility through social proof. One way is to have a large social media following. I did a video a month or two ago on loop giveaways and how it's a scheme for gaining a huge following quickly. For this video, I went to High Key Giveaways page and clicked to see who they were following, which would tell me who paid for their service. For those that didn't see the video, basically wannabe Instagram influencers will pay to be a sponsor in these loop giveaways. To enter into the free giveaway, contestants have to follow everyone that this High Key account follows.
What's up, you guys, man? It's your boy, Funny Mike, man. I'm partnered up with High Key Giveaways to give away $15,000, man.
The influencers pay for this service because there will be like 20,000 contestants and they will all follow your account. Even after the inevitable unfollow drop off after the giveaway is over, you still may gain like 12,000 followers in a week. After scrolling down for a second, look who I found, one of my favorite fake gurus. When you see fake gurus with 1 million followers on Instagram and you think, oh my gosh, this person must be a super legitimate business expert that gives so much value on their page. Well, most of these fake gurus paid for their followers, whether directly or indirectly. They didn't gain the following from delivering value. Again, it goes back to the central theme of this video. There's nothing being done that elicits getting their account shut down. Fake gurus socially engineer their way to having a huge following, but they aren't doing anything that a lawyer would look at and say, we have something here. Next is sales copy, which is generally a goldmine for finding the most insane claims. Remember Dustin from earlier? If you are wanting to kick off 2020 with an insane amount of momentum, you need to watch this video where I share how to get the exact new strategy we are using to generate 5 to 10 new deals a month with an extra 10K to 30K per deal. I don't share this stuff with anyone, but for a couple of lucky people, you're going to get my secret strategy for free by getting an exclusive one-on-one strategy session. Listen, I don't tell anyone else this information, but today, I'll give it to you for free. $10,000 to $30,000 extra per deal isn't much, but it'll help you get by.
How would you like to do one real estate deal per month that could profit an extra $10,000 to $30,000? That would be an extra $120,000 to $360,000 per year. If that interests you, keep watching.
An extra $300,000 per year? Sign me up. I usually have to work for years to reach that income, but all I need to do is hop on a consulting call so I can start earning that tomorrow. He talked about a doctor client paying him for his consulting. Then he said this.
He paid $5,000 for something that a few people today are going to be able to get for free. All right, so before you get your hopes up, I do need to warn you. Most people will not get a free call with me. This is gonna be on a first come, first serve free coaching call.
I really hope the doctor client doesn't see this video. He paid $5,000 for a call that others can get for free. He kind of got cheated a little. Fake gurus will bully anyone criticizing them with cease and desist letters, which will give you a little scare when you don't know the law. In my case, one might even sue you. The legal threats definitely hinder people from calling out fake gurus, as most YouTubers don't have enough cash at their disposal to handle frivolous lawsuits and legal fees. Earnings disclaimers is another way the fake gurus dance around the law. They fill their success disclaimer page with legal jargon so you can't sue. What I find hilarious is they magically seem to forget including all of this in their advertising. Individual results will always vary, and yours will depend entirely on your individual capacity, work ethic, business skills and experience, level of motivation, diligence in applying the fake guru programs, the economy, the normal and unforeseen risks of doing business, and other factors. Oh, interesting. It's almost like there are a lot of factors to success and many variables to a student succeeding. Yet they always want to promote that they're giving out the secrets to business success where anyone can make a lot of money. You don't need a brain, you don't need experience, and you don't even have to leave your house. But when it comes time to have responsibility for your scammy advertising, whoa, make sure to check out our legal page at the bottom of the screen that no one can see. It clearly lays out that you can't sue in the event you don't get what was implied or promised.
We're about halfway through the real estate course, and I'm going to share a few of the most important things that I've learned so far. Another thing that I've learned is that in real estate, and especially in real estate financing, you can be as simple or you can get as complex as you wish to make it.
Fake testimonials are a way these fake gurus will convince you that their product is good. Have you ever noticed that the testimonials come from students in the course? It's because they don't have any testimonials of huge success stories after the course.
I'm only in the 4th week, and I feel like I've learned probably more than I would in like a couple college semesters. And, you know, it's probably more than that. So, you know, moving forward, I would, you know, if anybody's looking to join this thing, definitely do it.
What do elite universities do? They show their alumni after they've achieved top-tier success. Here's our successful alumni who have gone on to achieve great things in the world. Elite level coaches, how do they promote? Here's my former client who's now the number 13 tennis player in the world. Or here's my former player who got drafted in the 2nd round and made AA with the Marlins. The testimonials of the fake gurus aren't fake in the eyes of the law, but they aren't exactly telling success stories. They're just saying the info is good. Of course the info is good when your starting point is 0. Now, if you're able to find proof that testimonials were paid for, then we may have something to work with. I saved on-stage selling for last for a reason. I'll leave a link in the description for my video on Dan Locke's selling on-stage presentation to show how crazy manipulative the process is and how the entire value presentation is an upsell into his coaching. On-stage selling is last because the FTC actually went after Nudge LLC, Dean Graziosi, and Scott Yancey for their mischievous behavior within the scammy real estate seminar business. I have a couple of videos in the works about this specific lawsuit coming up. That's a situation where thankfully the FTC jumped in to prevent more victims from losing their money to their shady sales practices and terrible products. But this was a tens of millions of dollars operation, which is likely why it appeared on the FTC's radar. What's the moral of the story? We need fake gurus to make more money so the FTC will care. Jokes aside, it would be nice to have some type of committee that validates a lot of the claims made by fake gurus. That's where I'm hoping to come in. CoffeeZilla is excellent as well. To summarize this video, the difficulty in actually getting the fake gurus shut down is that they dance around the law in such a way that there isn't any legal way to stop them. They're too small for the FTC, so they avoid that potential issue, and then they send cease and desist to anyone criticizing their shady practices, which stops most people from sharing their story. The best we can do is to bring awareness to as many people as possible. In my eyes, awareness will help everyone determine who are the best gurus to follow and who should be avoided. That's my goal, at least. Thanks for watching.